Well, Otago schools are being warned to prepare for a possible measles outbreak. The Southern District Health Board has come out and said there's plenty of it going on in the North Island, and with the school holidays coming up and people toing and froing between the two islands, then we pretty much need to expect it down here at some stage, Pat. And I don't know about you, but these sort of things freak me out. I hate pandemics and endemics and all sorts of demics. I can't stand them. That's why I get all my little ones vaccinated up the wazoo, have done since basically they came out of the womb, Patrick.
I was just wondering, up the wazoo, is that where they put the injection these days?
Our doctor's got this, he's identified a part on the body called the wazoo.
Okay, very good. I also noticed you're keeping distance from me today, having a bit of
You're cooked, man. I don't want you a loogie. Have you had the flu jab? I've had the flu jab.
No, I haven't had the flu jab.
It's people like you, mate. Have the flu jab.
Okay, we're going to go off target and go for 12 minutes now. The flu jab protects against flu. I've got an ear infection.
Right. Well, you never know.
It's not going to stop it.
You had the flu jab,
anyway,
mate. You just never know.
I have to be honest. You know, from years and talk back and from just general conversations with friends, I have a bit of a passion about people getting vaccinated. I cannot stand the anti-vaxxer position. I don't think it's valid. I don't think there's a place for it. In fact, it's the opposite. It becomes dangerous in society. For example, in the North Island, what we're talking about with this measles outbreak, and I think it was Morrinsville High, it was a school in the Waikato, in May, there was a whole bunch of news stories coming out of the Waikato that previously staunch anti-vaxxer families had changed their tune. Why had they changed their tune, Dom? Well, because there was a measles outbreak.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, what did they expect to happen?
So they changed their tune. Yeah. But the other thing is, people kind of think about measles sort of like chickenpox, no big deal. Measles killed 115,000 people in 2014.
It's a lot of people.
Around the world. They estimate, this is the WHO, estimate that between 2004 and 2014, 17 million deaths were prevented because of measles vaccinations. The mortality is something like 1 or 2 out of 1,000, so it's not massive, but it's just, it's so stupid not to get your kids vaccinated unless they can't be, right? And that's the point. There are some people in society who can't get vaccinated, who can't take certain drugs. I can't take penicillin, right? There are some kids who can't be vaccinated. Now, because it will affect them detrimentally. Now, they're the reason that the rest of us have to be.
Yeah.
Because they can't be. And they call it the herd philosophy, or the herd mentality. I think it's 90 to 95% of us have to be vaccinated for this to work. Yeah. And at the moment in Dunedin, about 93%. So it's right. It's right, and but it's right in that cusp. It's dropped 5%. This is 93% of 2-year-olds. Sorry, it's dropped about 5% in recent times. It was 98.
Yeah. So there's 7% of people with 2-year-olds who haven't had their given them the vaccinations.
Yeah, and as I said, there's no reason for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, unless you say there's obviously medical reasons, but we need to get to that, as you say, that 95 targets. Is obviously, but there's people out there who not do. What do you want that for? Well, seriously, what? There's no benefit to it. You know, what harm is a needle injection going to do? We had, I remember when the first one came out, the chickenpox vaccination as well. People still don't even know that you can get your kids vaccinated against chickenpox.
Well, the other thing is it's complacency, isn't it? There's these diseases that have gone away that we don't think exist anymore. My old man got polio in 1948. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So he was in the polio epidemic. Yeah. I have a very close, you know, I don't see him daily, but he's in my life daily, reminder of what these things used to be like, and measles is one of those things. We had a very experienced midwife for our first baby who advised us. Now, I'm not a doctor, so it's not medical advice, but I'll tell you the story she told us. It might help. She said, in her experience, and she was at Auckland Hospital for 19 years before she was with us. She was like the head midwife, right? For a long time. She said in her experiences, and the way she worded it was, you always get one free hit. In other words, if your kid's going to react, like if that's your concern, normally you'll see a reaction in the first one, but it won't be that serious and significant one. Yeah. Again, this is not medical advice, disclaimer. But that was one of the things that helped us as young parents, because you know, you go through these, what should we do, to go, well, we're going to go for it. And after doing a little bit of research and going, you know, if I handed you a gun that had 1,000 chambers and there was only one bullet, and I said spin it, put it to your kid's head, would you pull the trigger? 1 in 1,000.
Or gee, I don't know, is an injection and a gun the same sort of thing?
Well, what I'm saying is if the mortality rate is 1 in 1,000 for catching measles, you wouldn't take that chance. If you knew your kid was going to catch measles, you wouldn't take that chance, 1 in 1,000.
That's right.
Death.
No, that's right. You wouldn't.
So why would anyone, unless they medically couldn't, not get their kids vaccinated?
Yeah, precisely. I think that's not a bad anecdote and a measuring stick. But you do, like you said, you went through that on a. Someone told you face to face they were in the, they've had experience in the game and they were telling you that sort of thing. Maybe there needs to be a little bit more of that going on, and people can make these decisions. Who are the 7%?